bad omen. This is your last moment. This is a bad omen. Static in the silence, hairs upon my neck. Voices outside calling. Are they living? Are they dead? Can you feel it? The tension creeping. Breaking up my phone. Something wicked as they come. This is a bad omen. This is your last moment. This is a bad omen.
Stare in the darkness. Are you scared? Are you free? I can be fair or a monster. Tell me now, which one do you need? I can feel teeth tearing at me. Rip me to pieces, rock me to sleep. I can feel eyes staring at me, getting uneasy, ready to feed. I can feel teeth. I can feel teeth. I can feel teeth. I can feel teeth tearing at me. Swear that you're heartless. Say a prayer for the weak. You should beware when the sharks swim. Take a vow, too vulgar to speak. I can feel teeth tearing at me. Rip me to pieces, rock me to sleep. I can feel eyes staring at me, getting uneasy, ready to feed. I can feel teeth. I can feel teeth. I can
So, hi, welcome. I am Psycheshire. I want to make sure that we have our audio and that everybody can hear me. So, before I get into too much detail, I hope everybody's having a great night. So, I'm waiting just to get that little, side comment. Audio is good. Sweet, that's what I needed to know. So, welcome, guys. Thank you all for coming. Those of you who have not been here before, welcome to Story Time. Hope you brought your pillows. Hope you brought your covers. Hope you brought your popcorn. All you gotta do is relax, take a seat, hang out, chill out, and let me do the talking. And let me tell the story. So, before we get into that, welcome again. I am Psycheshire, and this is my domain. Mi casa de su casa. My home is your home. Whether you are friend or rather you are foe, you always have a place to go. Want to make sure that you guys are familiar with some of the panels and some of the information. We'll go through them kind of quick so we can get into the story. If you want to look at some of the panels, yes, that is me. Yes, I do a little bit of, cosplay kind of thingy on this side. There's information about contacting me. Now, I only have my Twitter and my YouTube channel up there for a reason. If you're interested in anything else, you're going to have to message me personally. So, now you got my Twitter, you know how to find me, and my YouTube channel. There's an information about me, gives you a little bit more information about me, and Chester's Rules. Chester is Chester the Chat Cat. Hey, thank you for following. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That is so kind. Thank you. And that is Survivor. Thank you, Survivor. You're awesome. I hope that you will be able to come by. Anybody that's coming in here, if you like this, make sure you come back in. Come back and hang out. I'm going to start trying to stream Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. Those are going to be the days so far that I think work. I'm trying to shoot about, I say 10:30-ish to 11-ish on up for about an hour, hour and a half. And that's my plan. If you guys think of a better day that you want me to do it, like you've got a request, I want you to do it on Wednesdays, I want you to do it on this day, all you got to do is message me. Just let me know. I would be more than glad to give it a shot, and we'll see how it goes. All right, so Chester's Rules, it talks about the behavior that I expect while you are in my home, which basically means just be cool. Be cool and respectful of each other's individual differences, and be nice. This is an oasis for everyone. Let's see, those are some emotes up there that were created for me, which I think is totally cool. And that's about it. And then we're about to go into our story. Now, what story are we doing tonight? It is called Shadows of New York, Vampire the Masquerade. And with this, it is a text-based. What that means is, as we go through, I'm going to be reading it. As I read it, there's going to be parts where you guys have to help me. You have to help me decide what path to choose. It could be one, it could be path 1, path 2, path 3, path 4, but I need you to say something immediately because remember, there's always going to be a few minute lag on the stream where I will see what you say like maybe 60 seconds, maybe 2 minutes after I've actually said it. So what I have to know is what your choices are going to be. If you snooze, you lose. So don't snooze. So if I say, guys, give me a choice, chat pack, you want 1, 2, 3, or 4, need to make sure that you tell me something quick, ASAP. Because it's going to kind of be like you're playing the game with me, not just me by myself. So, given that, this is going to be what they call a blind playthrough. I've never played through it before. I have no idea what I'm going to run into. Now, I have played games before where it was kind of like, oh my gosh, please don't let me go around that corner because I have no idea what's going to be there. And sometimes it might have something inappropriate. I do not think that this is going to be like that. This is really cool. I did the Red Embrace, and that was the one that was kind of like, eek, a little on the sketch side. But it was fun, and I enjoyed it, and we played it, and it was awesome. So, now that we've gone through all of that, my week has been interesting. My car blew a rod, so now I got to buy a new car, or I got to get it fixed or whatever, and that's always going to be fun because I hate dealing with car dealership people. Because it's like they see me coming and they see me as some kind of, I don't know, naive individual. I eat them for breakfast. So yeah, no, it's just annoying. I don't like to deal with their games. I just want to walk in and go, look, this is how much I'm going to pay. This is how much I'm going to pay to fix it or how much I'm going to pay to buy one. You either go with it or you don't. But, they got to play their little game, and I just want to... One of them was like, oh, hey, guess what? You would look really good in a, what was it? A Mustang. You would look so good in a Mustang. And I'm thinking, oh, just stop, please. Just don't try to do that. It is so annoying. But anyway, it's okay. I could work it to my advantage if I needed to. I just don't like to. So we're about to start with our game. Like I said, and I'll say it again just for anybody that picks it up, that we are trying, or I am trying, to stream Tuesdays, Thursdays, Sundays. It's the same pattern I used to have long, long time ago. And I'm thinking of hitting either 10:30 to 11:30, or 11 to 12, or 11:30 to 12:30. Not sure which of those time frames are going to go better, but let me know if one of them seems to fit better. So are you guys ready? Everybody ready for story time? Because I'm ready to crank this out. What do you think? I think we should start. Alrighty. So, everybody, buckle up, Buttercup. This is going to be one hell of a ride. Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, is the audio doing well? Can everybody hear it? Game, visual, and audio is goo. I think that's supposed to be good. But Alice, Mike is goo. I'm assuming that's supposed to also be good. Hey, it works. Goo, good. And hey, Lavellian, how's it going? I hope everybody's having a great time. So you ready? Let's play this game. Let's see where we took off. We left off at boop, Julia Knight 3. By the way, she's a La Sombra, for those of you just joining in. Sure, just one more thing on my never-ending list of events I'm not looking forward to. Guess it's time to call it a night. I do have dogs, by the way. These are my hellhounds. They protect my domain. I'm home. Finally! You doing all right? Fine, I guess. Why aren't you asleep? I figured it's finally time for me to become more of a night owl. We talked about making our schedules sync better. Watch your vitamin D. I'd kill to have your skin. Would be ashamed to waste it. Shouldn't have smoked so much before you got bitten, sweetheart. Should have shared your skincare routine with me back when I was still breathing. I can't just be going around sharing my one secret weapon. It's top secret stuff. MK Ultra level. Jeffrey Epstein's current whereabouts level. I'd have to kill you if I told you. Hey, Hazmat! You forbid me from playing your clan. I don't have the essence of a Lasombra Assamite. You are damn straight. I am Assamite to the core. Actually, I'll take that back. I'm half Assamite, half gangrel. Either way. You're right. But, hey, I can always try on the new skin. Don't be hating. Come play with us. So, Chat Pack, are we doing 1, 2, or 3? You tell me. I'm kind of feeling... I like number 2. What do you think? Which is have a secret weapon too. I'm feeling number 2. You're feeling 3 then? So we got a 3? What else? Remember, don't snooze, or you're going to lose. We got a 3. We got a 2. What else do we have, Chat Pack? I could go with either of those. Dying sounds good. You're already dead. So why are we saying dying sounds good? You should play this. You should play this, Haz. So we got a 2, we got a 3. Come on, somebody else. Speak up. Don't be shy. What are you afraid of? Don't be afraid. Pick 1, 2, or 3. I got a 2 and I got a 3. I'm so feeling that 2. I think I'm going to go with 2. I'll go with 2. Fair. My kind also has a secret anti-aging weapon, after all. But hey, if you don't care about that. And what would that be? Adrochrome? Close. Spirit cooking. Just so we're clear, you're shitting me, right? Of course I'm shitting you. We just drink blood. Nothing too satanic about that. Funny, because whenever I see your chest, I'm surprised there's no cross-shaped burn mark there. Well, since you mentioned it, never mind. I feel a little more self-conscious than usual tonight. Don't. You want me to do your makeup before you go to sleep? No need. No need? Weren't you supposed to have some sort of big party tomorrow night? I was involved in the backstage stuff. What makes you think I was invited? Because you're the coolest, cutest, and most all-around amazing person I know. They'd be insane not to put you on the short list. I don't know if she's a ghouler. I have no idea. This is the first time I've seen this chick. Believe it or not. But most vampires are pretty insane. Interdimensional psychic vampire level insane? Because that's how crazy they'd have to be to ignore you like this. Yeah, I would say so. Fuck them then. A big bunch of posh dicks. They hate you 'cause they ain't you. But they'll see. Jesus, how do you do it? Do what? You always assault me with so much of this weird, stupid positivity that I can't react to it without completely shifting my mental attitude. How do you do it? Oh, The answer is easy. You remember how I told you we have this spiritual connection? I can sense what you feel and want. You can sense what I feel too, if you really focus. Yeah, I think I called it a big load of bullshit. Said a girl who talks to ghosts. But watch this, Agent Scully. I sensed you feeling down, and I realized what you really need to end this night. She points to one of her drawers. It's the one where she keeps her supply of... At this point, you know, my head is going in about, I don't know, 10 directions of what she could have in that drawer. I hate to say it, but yeah, I'm just going to keep that to myself. Ketamine? Come on. What? No, wrong drawer. We're not meeting demons. We're meeting angels. MDMA? Ding, ding, ding. Took it a half hour ago. Perfect timing. Thanks to our spiritual connection. Ready to fly away? The mood isn't right. I'd need music. Got a special SoundCloud playlist ready to go. Prepared specifically to uplift one Julia Sowinski. Just give me a sign, and I'll press play. Jesus, you're impossible. That's why you love me. I hope. I'm starting to think she's a ghoul. I'm seriously starting to think she's a ghoul. We'll see. I give up. Come here. Let me have a taste of you. She has to be a ghoul. Maybe this one time, the high won't end. I really think she's a ghoul. Could be wrong, but yeah, not sure. All right, so where are we going? See, it doesn't have any spots, so I guess we rest. So we're resting. That is so freaky the way they do that. I leave Dakota's apartment as soon as the sun goes down. Yesterday was fun, but I always feel a little nervous when I spend too much time with her. She never lets me escape from being the center of attention. It's exhausting. At least, the less time I spend with her, the happier she is to see me again. It's a tricky act to balance, though. I'm grateful for her presence in my life, but never mind. What's on my list of chores tonight? Ah, yes, only one thing. Don't show up for the party at the art hole. Well, this is the rare night when I don't have anything to do. Might as well take a trip around the city and see what's up. And maybe fix myself a little drink while I'm at it. Alright, we got two people. We got this dude who is breaking the habit. I need to break out of this mood. Go somewhere I never visit. See something I tend to avoid. Think, Julia. What is the least you place to go? And live a little. Then you've got this. In life, I wasn't especially fond of parks. Now, as one of the kindred, I can finally see the appeal. Past midnight, they become a surprisingly good hunting ground. So we either have the park or the mood. Let's say the park or the mood. Which one do we want to do? Park or mood? I could do either. I'm a 50-50 split. So park or mood, what do we got? I am seeing one park. What else? Park would be cool only because you know that you're about to feed. And if they do, what would make me so happy is for them to do a very elaborate and descriptive feeding scene. Don't know if they would though. Park. Alright, we got 3 parks. We're going with park. Alright, so walk in the park. There we go. Van Cortlandt Park. That looks pretty. Feeding time. Funny. I never knew how much I could miss nature until I got stuck in this urban jungle for good. The sight of familiar green surroundings slowly floods my mind with disjointed images back from when I just moved to New York City and was still in awe of it. Do we want to reminisce or do we want to suppress memories? So it's either a 1 or a 2. Which do you want, Chat Pack? 1 or 2? What are you thinking? I could do either. You're thinking 1, you're thinking 1. We want to reminisce. That might be good. We can get some background info. Let's try 1. Let's reminisce. I close my eyes, allowing myself to drown in the stream of memories. An elderly couple holding their frail hands in the warmth of the morning sun. An evening gathering of self-important academics, fervently discussing the discoveries no one but them cares about. A bunch of kids chasing an imaginary treasure, joyful, restless, and oblivious to the dangers of the summer's heat wave. A young, perfectly chiseled jogger running along the golf course, 100% graceful in every move he makes. Mesmerizing. My eyes snap open, and the spinning kaleidoscope of images fades away. I collect my focus and remember what brought me here. A burning heat reaches my fingers. I flicker the butt away and immediately take another cigarette out of the pack before proceeding through the parade ground. The faint sound of shoes tapping against the concrete interrupts my contemplative mood. Just what I was hoping for. I hurriedly finished my smoke and take a step back, blending in with the shadows. A lonely jogger runs into and out of the pale lamplight, completely lost in his thoughts, all dressed up in top-shelf sportswear, wiry muscles clearly visible under the skin-tight outfit. And his exposed neck. I get the urge back under control. For now. Back when I was alive, I'd rely on the breathe in, breathe out exercise. However, nowadays, breathing costs a premium. Just as I regain my composure, the jogger stops by the flickering lantern, takes a glance at his smartphone. His body tenses noticeably as he answers a call. Moving in on him right now would, of course, inevitably involve the caller hearing the assault happen. No reason to make things complicated. I'll take my time. I cautiously get closer and closer until I can finally overhear his words. Sure expect the bad news, I know, but Jesus, Tasha, he's 9. He struggles and fails to sound calm. No, she doesn't know yet. I'll tell her when I get home. I need to think this through. I notice a lanyard half stuck into a pocket with the Bronx Times logo slapped on it. They say there's no cure. Yeah, I heard something about experimental treatments in Rochester, but I can't make this decision on my own. I connect the dots. I realize what he's talking about and feel like I was punched straight in the guts. Listen, I need to clear my head. Tell Joan I need a couple of days off. If he starts throwing a fit again, tell him he'd better learn to write the fucking column on his own. No, seriously. Thanks, Tasha. Yeah, I'll give him a kiss from his auntie. The moment he hangs up, his composure goes out the window. He basically stumbles to the nearest bench. God damn it. His faint sobbing stops me in my tracks. I lose my appetite. Feeding on this guy would feel nauseating anyway. Just when I convince myself that I should let basic decency take the reins, he notices me creeping around. He gives me a startled glance, eyes damp, looking absolutely miserable. Busted. So, what do you say to a guy you were just about to assault in a dark park, but thought better of it? 1, 2, or 3. Either it's going to be fine, or are you a journalist, or I'm lost, can you help? I mean, which one should we do? 1, 2, or 3? I'm kind of feeling 2. She knows he's a journalist. We know what the answer is going to be. It isn't going to be fine. It's going to suck. And you're not lost. Why are you going to lie? And everybody knows that's the oldest trick in the book. So I'm thinking 2. What do you think, Chat Pack? Give me 1, 2, or 3. I'm feeling a 2. I'm feeling it too. It's like, why sit there and lie about it? Hey, he absent-mindedly wipes away the tears off his cheeks. Do you, by any chance, write for the Bronx Times? His short but genuine grin catches me off guard. He didn't expect to be recognized. Definitely not by some random girl in the middle of the night. Yes, how do you know? You don't strike me as a baseball fan. So he's a sports columnist. I put the fakest smile on my face. Time to lie out of my ass. Well, you got that right. I'm a reporter too. I think I saw you once when I visited Jonah in his office. You work with him, right? Yeah, you might say that. His inner struggle seems pretty clear. Truth be told, I write most of his things as well. Bingo. For real? That lazy bum will never change. If he wasn't such an ass kisser, he'd be out of his comfy seat in no time. Sheesh, it's like you read my mind. Yeah, anyway, don't let me stop you. Keep up the good work. You deserve better. You think so? Glad to hear it. Still, I don't mean to impose, but it's late. And this place is not exactly... Yeah, don't worry about me. Someone is picking me up in a few minutes away from here. See you around. For sure, and... Oh, and thank you. I notice a change in his melancholic face. He stands up with his back straight, like he has regained some of his lost resolve. I also hazmat, I like that her eyes are shifting and her eyes are moving. Yeah, I like both of those. They're shifting in color. I noticed that the first time I played it. He nods and starts running back to his problems. I start walking in the opposite direction. Girl better feed. I can tell you straight up what's going to happen if girl don't feed. You go too long without feeding, you're going to take something down. It's not necessarily good. Even though I might regret this show of abstinence later, what little remains of my humanity inside my shriveled heart encourages me to think that letting this guy go was the right thing to do. I'll need a change of scenery to break out of this mood, an opportunity to get some juice into my veins, relatively guilt-free, if possible. Guess that's enough human interaction for one night. Once more to Big Beat Burger, into the last fast food joint I'll ever know. I'll have the usual. The first time I used this line, I wasn't sure if it would work, but I've gained enough notoriety among the staff that it does. The cashier just smiles, nods, and charges me for one black coffee. I can imagine them instructing the newbies. See that emo weirdo? Here's how it is. She always orders a single cup of coffee, nothing else, and she doesn't even drink it. Probably wouldn't take a single sip, even if I was still alive. This stuff is just trash. But at least being a buying customer gives me an excuse to sit here for as long as I want to. I wish I could use one of those self-order kiosks to minimize human contact, but touch screens don't exactly like me. Not too long ago, I managed to blue screen 10 of them in a row. In other words, Las Ombras do not do well with technology. They nuke stuff out. Which I think is actually funny. But, hey, I have a sick sense of humor. See, that's what an Asimite can do that you guys can't. Just saying. Ah, well. The good news is, doesn't look like I have anything to do tonight. The bad news is, it's because every kindred who matters is having fun at the art hole right now. It's not like I wanted to go. I just wanted them to invite me so I could tell them to fuck off. I scanned the entrance to the restaurant through my peripheral vision. Am I naively hoping someone will come and save me from misery? Guess I am. Please, 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 let somebody come and get me out of here. A prince. A princess. A knight in shining armor. A fairy godmother. A passing huntsman. Big bad wolf. Mila Jovovich, Vin Diesel, Azalea Banks. Hell, I'll take anyone at this point. Visualizing, tapping into the power of my subconscious, materializing my dreams. Nope, doesn't work. Looks like you're eternally stuck being a nobody in the corner of a shitty restaurant. Sweet little Julia. And life's a bitch. And then you don't even die. I pretend to read a book about psychoanalysis I stole from Dakota for a while. Having found it too mentally taxing, I switched to pretending to read a Stephen King book, which I also stole from Dakota. After the terrifying realization that it was written in the last 15 years and therefore contains no amusing drugged-out rants about troubled childhood in Maine, I switched back to looking at the entrance. That party must be so stuffy and trashy and boring. At this point, I'm no longer looking for salvation. I'm asking for amusement. But it doesn't come. All I get is boring bozos in normcore clothes. They walk in, take care of their business, without doing anything to amuse me, and walk out. A few minutes after I lose all hope, a tall, elegant man marches in with a spring in his step. He looks around, impatient, irritated. Then he notices the person he was looking for and reacts with visible relief. He gallantly approaches my table, looks at me, and says, "There you are." Damn it! It's Kadir! Woo! God, I love it. Okay. There you are. Sorry for my excitement. I love him. He's awesome. Now, that's curious. He shouldn't be here. If I remember correctly, he is an Assamite. I do think he's an Assamite. Anyway. Now that's curious. He shouldn't be here. Fairy godmother, big bad wolf, Vin Diesel. That is big bad wolf to the fucking core. I am calling it. Sorry. I'm calling big bad wolf. Loot loot. Is he a Torador? I have no idea. Careful, everyone. Big bad wolf is here. He will huff and he will puff and he will blow our house in. See, that would be me. Something smart ass. And then that. Dot, dot, dot. I love it. Why are you stalking me, wolf? I'll have you know I'm not falling for the grandma disguise ever again. My dumb attempt at self-amusement doesn't faze him at all. He doesn't even roll his eyes. He just stares at me blankly. Grab your stuff and get in my car. Now. Oh, shit. Usually when somebody says that, you're in trouble. His tone leaves no room for doubt. Something bad has happened. I want to ask what, but whenever he is in this I will simply ignore all dumb shit you say mode, I know better than to ask questions. Instead, I silently follow him to the exit. He guides me to his car. I just hope I haven't messed anything up again. I don't think I have, but have I? Kadir's car. As usual, he gave me the back seat. He's always uneasy when the passenger seat is taken. Doesn't want anyone to limit his peripheral vision, he says. Normally, I'd catch him observing me in the rearview mirror, but this time, he's watching the streets. More tense than usual. Something must have caught him off guard. I've got my seatbelt on and my popcorn ready. What's up? The awkward silence feels like it will last forever. Eventually, he finds the right words and speaks up. Yeah, I know, he's got a reflection. He cannot be we knew he wasn't a La Sombra. I knew he was not a La Sombra. I just thought he was either a Tory or an Assamite. I honestly thought he was an Assamite, to be honest. 6 weeks ago, the prince told me to parley with the anarchs in the docks, remember? Yeah, and you made me tag along so that I could learn something about politics. As it turned out, politics meant something awfully similar to watching my drunken family shout at each other at a wedding party. There was this man who didn't need to shout to make my blood boil. The meanest one in the room, their leader. White hair, a monocle, musty clothes. With this fucking Polak cunt. Scrooge McDuck. Yeah, how could I forget? A lot of panache, old-timey bravado, and gendered insults flung my way. What was his name? Something British. Made me think of Hollywood. Callahan. Baron Callahan. Douglas Boss Callahan. Right. It's 2020. But the man's opinions and ideas were stuck in 1920. Weren't the anarchs supposed to be the progressive option? I never understood why they put up with him. He has his way of predicting which way the winds will blow. Anytime Camarilla or the shit hit the anarchs, SI hit the anarchs, it was the factions opposed to him that were hurt. The luckiest bastard in the world. Thought you didn't believe in luck. I don't. But it sure looks like his luck has finally run out tonight. Huh? Wait. Don't tell me. 1, 2, or 3. Either we're going to kill him, or he's dead, or the anarchs got rid of him. 1, 2, or 3. What do you think, Chat Pack? Grumbles at the ending of... Yeah, the ending of Coterie is kind of... Well, I won't say it was bad. I just thought it was going a different direction. So what are we thinking? 1, 2, or 3, Chat Pack? Which way do we want to go? I'm not sure. I'm thinking we could go 2, we could go 1, you could go. It's all information, so I'm not sure on this one. But you guys get to choose 1, 2, or 3. Croc says 2. What are we thinking? Anyone else? 4. There is no 4, Has. Oh. I know we don't all do math. And usually I don't either, but I can at least see there's 3. Either we're going to kill him, he's dead, or the anarchs. So we got a 2, we got a 2, we got a 4. Give me one more. 2! It's a 2. He's dead? Deader than dead? I'm 99% sure The bastard met his final death. How do you know? We've got trustworthy sources in the Anarch inner circles. Looks like all hell is about to break loose. There's an emergency meeting at the art hole. Jesus, and you're bringing me with you? Why? Because you are on the way. Because I could. Because I should. You might not be important to the members of the court, but you're still an asset to the sect. Symbolically, at least. I can justify sneaking you into the party, claiming it's for your own protection. An unexpected alliance between Big Bad Wolf and poor little Red Riding Hood. Wait a minute, though. The party is still happening? I called the prince and told her the best course of action, stopping it, and started listing security protocols I have prepared for these sort of situations. She interrupted me halfway through and told me we will discuss the subject face to face. Doesn't sound like she was interested. The party is that important, huh? Politics. Politics is that important. I don't know if he's trying to convince me or himself. And once again, politics sounds like an awful lot like a bunch of party-loving assholes shouting at each other. I hear you there on politics. Ixay on the politics, eh? Just saying. Don't worry. This isn't the kind of, how should I call it, governing issue the likes of you and I tend to deal with. And how would you describe the governing issues we tend to deal with? Shoveling ourselves out of shit. As usual, he seems a little embarrassed for cussing, or for being too honest. Either way, it's cute. No argument here. And that's where the conversation ends. We stay silent as the car rides off towards the unknown. And on that note, we've already been streaming for over an hour. So, we're going to pause it right here, Chat Pack. We're going to pick this bad boy up at a later time. How does that sound? I think it sounds like it would be amazing. So, we're going to shut this down for tonight. We have an option. We actually can either raid someone, or we can just call it a cut, a night, and shut it down. What do you think we should do? Choose, Chat Pack. Raid or shut it down. So you can either put raid or down. Which way do you think? I'll let you choose. Raid or down. Raid or down. I can see someone who's actually streaming right now that it wouldn't be bad for us to raid. I think they're still going. I think it's Rosebarks. Is she still streaming? Because if she is, we could raid her. You sleepy. You down. Well, we could go ahead. I tell you what, let's do this. Let's raid Rosebarks. You wanna? Rosebarks is a cool chick. I know her. She's a really cool chick. She's awesome. She's been very supportive of me all the fucking time. So I think we are going to raid her. Actually, you know what? Let me go ahead and save this before I do something stupid. There we go. We saved and exit. So now we're going back over to our other screen. if I can get there without locking down my machine. Heek. Boy, my machine went dumb. Whoop. It just crashed that bad boy out. All right. Well, we are going to go to this screen, and we're going to go ahead and raid. So let's raid Rosebarks. By the way, that is Cheshire, the chat cat, who is our discipline protector. All right. Now, remember, when we raid, whoops, if I can spell correctly, raid, Rosebarks. I think it's going to let me do it this way. If it lets me do it this way, which it did, let's go ahead and raid her. Raid her. Let's make sure that we are loud and proud and obnoxious. There we go.